Okay, so here is a list of keywords that I've downloaded from the Google Keyword Planner. I just dumped them into a text file, and let's go through this one by one. What I'm also going to do is I search for water damage restoration in Wikipedia. I'm going to open this Wikipedia link here that says for water damage. I might even probably do something for flood damage, see if I can get something out of that. Building restoration, maybe even indoor mold. Um, we can take something from this too. I mean, you can just do so much more if you want to, right? This is the keywords um, everywhere tool that's spitting out a lot more keyword ideas, so you can get ideas from here also. Bottom line, you can go deep into keyword research, getting every single thing. One of the other things you can do is once you have your website up and running with some of the initial content that you've prepared, you can run an AdWords campaign for about 2 weeks to a month, maybe even like $25 a day, because that will give you an idea of what people search, the search phrases that people have used to search to land on your website, right? Or you can even go one step further and put in an analytics plugin, or even your Google, connect your website to your Google Search Console, and that'll give you all the different keywords people have searched. And I'll be doing all that in detail, but I'm just letting you know. But for now, I just took Google AdWords keyword planner, dumped those keywords here. I'm going to go to the water damage Wikipedia and see if I can get some keywords and just copy and paste it, right? So here it is, right? Just going over drain coverage. My whole goal right now is I'm going to just dump all my keywords that could be somehow related, and then I'm going to give all of this content to my content writer and say, hey, I want you to prepare 1,500 to 2,000 words of content for the homepage. We'll also figure out the site structure, so what kind of service pages, one for mold removal, one for flood damage, one for fire damage. We'll come up with different ideas and we'll say, use these keywords also. So that's the idea. For now, we're just dumping all the keywords into a Word document. I mean, a notepad. Um, you could take ideas from here if you want to. I'm just going, okay, I want to make sure I have insurance policy because, hey, people would be looking for companies that has, that covers insurance, something like that, right? That the insurance can pay, homeowners insurance, right? So my content writer can prepare content around these keywords, something like water damage, our company can take care of can work with your homeowner insurance company to make sure you don't have to pay too much, things like that, right? Just prepare content. Sewer and drain coverage. I know we had drain coverage, so just take that and put sewer and drain coverage. Let's just keep going. So the whole idea is you want to keep going and see, uh, what all you can pick up. So broken dishwasher hose, right? Now, do you have to pick up all of this? You don't have to, but I'm just going to do my due diligence, at least a little bit to so that I get my chances of being picked up for these keywords by Google more, right? Broken leaking pumps, all of this would be great, right? So I'm going to do this, okay? So that's what I'm going to do basically. I don't want to spend a lot of time going over in detail, that probably gets boring, but you get the idea, right? You can do all of this, right? So there's also something called category one water, refers to a source of water that does not pose substantial threat. Broken category two refers to significant degree of, okay, so there are categories of water damage. So we can just take the category, this one. So I'll put it like this: category one, two, three, water. I might even put this link over here and give it to my content writer and say you can get ideas from here so he understands it, right? It depends on who your content writer you're working with, or maybe you want to prepare your own content, that's okay too, right? And it looks like it goes deep, right? Standards and regulations. See, that's the other thing. Um, Certifying bodies like Institute of Inspection, Cleaning and Restoration certification. Do you want to put these two? Maybe you can. You know, because who knows, somebody might be searching for this. You know, they're looking for a company that is certified by the Institute of Inspection Cleaning. Now, if you are putting something like this, you want to make sure the lead gen partner you're working with, the client that you're going to send the calls to, he's also really certified because you don't want to put misleading information. So you need to be careful with this. I will leave it out for now because we're just putting a generic website. Um, 24 hours. This is amazing, right? Things like 24 hours. Keywords like emergency, 24 hours. These are like basic keywords that you can always put and make sure you have it, right? The other way you can also find such keywords is when you search for, let's say, water damage restoration, search in a bigger city, maybe Los Angeles, California, okay? And see what kind of other keywords, Google comes up with, right? Mold remediation, go green. You can take ideas from here. So mold remediation is a good one, but if you go to the bottom, you will see other ones also. Okay, so we can take mold. I mean, I'm just taking ideas from other cities, so I know mold remediation is one. So let's say when I click on mold remediation, when I then look highlight here, it gives me other related keywords. Okay, mold removal, right? We didn't even think of mold removal. So mold remediation, mold removal for sure. Okay. What else? We know that water damage and fire damage are pretty, most of the companies offer both fire damage and water damage. So I would search for fire damage and like it gives me pretty much the same, I think. So fire damage, right? So you can keep going through these, big time. There's so many different ideas you can keep going, right? Let me go to the flood Wikipedia and see if we can pick up anything from that. Floods can, okay, so this is really general flood, not flood restoration. I'm going to close that. Building restoration. Restoration is said as the act or process of accurately depicting the form, features, and character. So what we have to understand is we are going, this is a new niche for us, right? Whenever you're starting a new niche, you may have to do enough due diligence to go over all of this to get your main set of keywords. But once you have it, it's just a matter of rinsing and repeating for different cities. That's the whole idea. So because this is a totally new niche, we may have to go in deeper. Look, upgrading mechanical, electrical, plumbing systems and other code were required to make this functional, right? So that's a good one. If you think about it, if you have a if your building or basement is damaged by water, flooded, you may have to, as part of the water damage restoration process, there's probably going to be some mechanical upgrading, electrical wiring, plumbing systems, all of these in. So this is a great one. Okay. Um, let's go down. Okay, and just keep going. So I hope you get the idea. I don't want to keep boring you over the whole idea, but I'm going to pause the video and you know, pick up as many keywords as I can, and I'll come back. So one other thing I want to do is I want to open one of, at least the top 3 or 4 websites and get ideas from here, right? Now, make sure you don't copy all the content. That's not our intent. We just want to get ideas. So definitely we want to get ideas on how to structure our web page, I mean, a website. We definitely want to have a page for water damage. We definitely want one for sewage cleanup. We can pick up all of these and then we can get ideas from here also, right? 24/7. See that, how he's done that? This website here has done a lot of keyword research that we can take ideas from. Toilets flooded. I thought we had toilets flooded somewhere. There was a flooded toilet somewhere, I'm pretty sure, right? That's the whole idea. Technicians, see? Water damage technicians. You want to make sure you have that keyword. What did I do here? Technicians, highly trained, things like that. So you can use existing websites, your competition, and get ideas. Okay, so once I have a list of keywords, I want to make sure that when I give these keywords to my content writer, I don't want him to use every keyword every time. What I'm trying to say is, if you see this keyword is different from this keyword, but the words water damage keep appearing. So if he's going to use water damage specialist in one line, water damage and restoration in one line, water damage experts in one line, it's going to get it's going to get over optimized for this word water damage. For this keyword water damage, which is itself a keyword by itself, it can get a little bit over optimized. So one, you can go and delete, take away some of these water damage keywords, because you just want him to make sure you use the words water and damage a couple of times and then these words coming in. Or you need to train your VA or whoever is writing your content to say, hey, listen, these are all the keywords I want in my homepage and other inner pages that I'll let you know which ones. But I want you to use your common sense. I don't want water damage appearing, more than 5 times or 6 times or 10 times or whatever you want to say. Usually, for a 1500 word homepage, 2 to 3%. So, 1500, 1% would be 15, I think, right? And so 2% would be 30. So you can have water damage come up 30 times, but I usually try to keep it, 10 to 15 times. So you can do that. So clean this up before you give it to your content writer. Let him know you don't have to always say water damage house repair, water damage flood, water damage this, water damage that. Understand you don't want the words water damage every time, or flood damage for the matter, or mold removal for the matter, right? Couple of times is good. But you want to use the other keywords that come like restoration, cleanup, removal, drying, services, you know, basement, things like that. And Google is smart enough to kind of take two different words from two different sites or two different places in the website, a homepage, and put it together. Okay, hope that makes sense.